Welcome back to Maths Miss Buick. In this video, we're going to be looking at the nature of quadratic roots. So we're going to begin by looking at a word called the discriminant. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, and it's derived from the minus b formula. So if you can recall, minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So that's where this derives from. Now, in your exam, you may be asked to tell the examiner what is a discriminant, whether it is a real root, a real and equal root, or a complex root, and this is how you do it. So there's a bit of theory involved in this, so you must know the following. So a real root is when b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. Real roots will cross the x-axis in two distinct places. The graph cuts the x-axis at two distinct places, and these red dots here represent the roots where the graph cuts the x-axis. Real and equal roots, b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. The graph, as you can see here, does not cut the x-axis, but simply just touches the x-axis. There's one solution, the graph touches the x-axis at one point, and of course we've got a question mark here because this is the number that will change, but of course this will be 0 because this is the value of the y, because we can see here that y will be 0 along the x-axis there. And then finally, complex roots, b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. You can see from the graph here that the graph does not cut the x-axis, nor does it touch the x-axis either. This chapter, or this complex numbers, will be done in more detail within the chapter complex numbers. Now let's have a look at a few questions here. So here we go. So find the discriminant. 2x squared plus x plus 5 equals 0. Well, we're going to begin by writing out what the discriminant is. We know it's b squared minus 4ac. We know from quadratic equations that a will be 2, b will be 1, and c will be 5. So let's input those numbers. So b is 1, and we're going to square it. Take away 4, a is 2, and then c is 5. 1 squared is 1, 4 by 2 is 8, 8 by 5 is 40. And we see here we get minus 39. So that means that this is a complex root because b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. So b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. So we can say here that this is complex. So our equation here has complex roots. For what value of x does the equation have equal roots? Well, this here is a step up from the previous question. We know because we're told in the question that the equation has equal roots, straight away we can say that b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So we're simply going to fill in our a, b and c in here, equal it to 0 and solve to get a value for k. Our a is 1, our b is, be careful now here, we've got a minus in the front, so minus by 2k is minus 2k, minus by plus 2 is minus 2, so that's our b, and our c is 5k plus 1. So our a is 1, our b is negative 2k, negative 2, and our c is 5k plus 1. Now we're going to input those numbers and those letters k into our equation. So we have minus 2k minus 2 to b squared minus 4, a is 1, and c is 5k plus 1. Now we have to multiply out this bracket here because it's squared, so it's itself multiplied by itself. So we'll write that out. So minus 2k minus 2 by a minus 2k minus 2 minus 4. Let's get rid of the 1. 5k plus 1 and equal it to 0. So just do an implied sign there. Okay, so let's multiply it out. So minus 2k by minus 2 is 4k squared. Minus 2 by minus 2 is plus 4k. minus 2 by another minus 2k is a plus 4k. And minus 2 by minus 2 is plus 4. Minus 4 by 5k is minus 20k. And minus 4 by 1 is minus 4. Now you can see here we're starting to get a quadratic. So we're going to simplify it down and put our k squared first, then our k, and then our number. So there's no other k squareds bar this 4k squared here in the front. Then we have a 4k and a 4k is 8k. Take away 20k, so we're left with minus 12k. And then we can see here, if we move across, we've got a positive 4 and a negative 4, so they cancel. Now, I think we'll divide across by 4k, so we'll factorise that out. So we'll get 4k, and we're left with k minus 3. So I factorised out 4k, because 4k was a common factor here and here. So we get 4k by k is 4k squared, and 4k by negative 3 is negative 12k. We can equal both brackets to 0, so 4k equals 0, and k minus 3 equals 0. So this implies that k is equal to 0 on this side, and k is equal to 3. So our two answers for k are k equals 0 and k equals 3.